He's a follower. But Husaynun minni wa ana min Husayn. This shows a kind of unity. Not in the sense that Hussein and the Prophet are the same. Not. In the sense that the matter of obedience, resemblance has reached such a level that whatever you want to know about me, look at him. Whatever you want to ask from him, ask him. You don't need to come to me. It's full endorsement and approval of someone. Husaynun minni wa ana min Husayn. There is a story which is in a sense sad, but at the same time it's inspiring. Once the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent a Sariyah, a group of Muslim soldiers, for a battle, and he himself didn't take part. It was not Qazwa, it was Sariyah. And he appointed Imam Ali as the commander of the army. Muslim army won the battle, and then there was a time for distributing the booties of the war. When Imam Ali finished distribution of the booties, some people were very unhappy. They said Ali was not fair. Among them was Khalid ibn Walid. So some people went to Khalid and said Ali was not fair. He didn't give the booties in the way that people deserved. Khalid told them, go quickly back to Medina and complain to the Prophet that Ali was not fair. So 3 of them quickly went back to Medina before the army of Islam arrives in Medina. They went right to the house of the Prophet, and they say that there were some people outside the house of the Prophet. They asked us, what has brought you here so quickly? We told them the story. They encouraged us to take this complaint to the Prophet. So there was a kind of hostility towards Ali inside Medina. So they asked the Prophet to come. The Prophet asked, what's the matter? The first person reported. He said, we won the battle, Ali divided the booties, he was not fair. Then the second person repeated. Then the third person repeated. 3 people saying the same thing. And they say that we didn't dare looking at the face of the Prophet. We just bent our neck and just said to the Prophet. But the Prophet became sad and said, ماذا تريدون من علي? What do you want from Ali? إنه مني وأنا منه. He is from me, I am from him. Have you come all the way to Medina to complain to me about myself? Ali is not someone a stranger. Ali is from me, I am from him. This is the full endorsement. Because there is no time, so I don't explain that much. I move on to the last stage, which I think this is very unique. This is about the Lady Fatima and maybe another personality. When the time arrives, inshallah, maybe there is opportunity to explain who is that one. And that is not to be from the Prophet, not to be even like Huwa minni wa ana min, to be part of the Prophet, to be the soul of the Prophet. There are no two persons. You cannot say, what is the relation of Fatima and the Prophet? Fatima is not separate from the Prophet. All Muslims have mentioned that the Prophet said, Fatimatu bad'atun minni. Fatima is part of me. Man azaha faqad azani. Whoever annoys Fatima has already annoyed me. Look at this. People normally, I think, don't pay attention to this point. They think it means that whoever annoys Fatima, when I come to know that, I would be also annoyed. I would also suffer. Because the pain to my daughter makes me also painful. But the Prophet is saying something else. The Prophet is saying, annoying Fatima is annoying me at the same time. If someone puts a needle in your skin, has not annoyed your skin or your hand only, has annoyed you. Because this is your hand, it's not separate from you, it's part of you. If the Prophet is in one part of Medina and Lady Fatima is another part of Medina, if someone treats Fatima without respect, immediately the Prophet feels. If someone annoys Fatima, the Prophet feels. There's no separation. In this ziyarah of the lady that we have tonight, we have these important sentences. We say, Assalamu alayka, and in your heart also you repeat this salam. Assalamu alayka ya Fatima bint Rasulullah wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sallallahu alayka wa ala ruhika wa badanika. May Allah's salutation be upon you with respect to your soul and body. Your soul is pure, your body is pure. أشهد أنك مضيت على بينة من ربك. All your life you lived and acted according to manifest signs and knowledge of your Lord. You didn't do anything as an ignorant person or as a person who is in doubt. وَأَنَّ مَنْ سَرَّكِ. Please look at this. أَنَّ مَنْ سَرَّكِ فَقَدْ سَرَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. If someone makes you happy, he has already made the Prophet happy. وَمَنْ جَفَاكِ فَقَدْ جَفَى رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. If someone treats you without justice, has done this to the Prophet. وَمَنْ آذَاكِ فَقَدْ آذَى رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Whoever annoys the Prophet has annoyed you. وَمَنْ وَصَلَكِ. If someone visits you, shows you respect, supports you, helps you, has done the same to the Prophet. وَمَنْ قَطَعَكِ فَقَدْ قَطَعَ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. If someone cuts off his relation with you, has done the same with the Prophet. Why? Why? لأنك بضعة منه. Because you are part of the Prophet. وروحه الذي بين جنبيه. Your soul is the soul of the Prophet, an offshoot of the soul of the Prophet, not another person. So, we have to remember that the Lady Fatima was closest person to the Prophet. And there are lots of evidence about that. The fact that the lady did not live for a long time after the Prophet was not accidental. It was impossible for part of the soul to remain apart from the rest of the soul. It's impossible. The fact that Jibreel used to visit the lady frequently, used to visit the lady frequently after the demise of the Prophet is not accidental. The fact that the Imams from the progeny of the Prophet all were born through Lady Fatima, not through a son, is not accidental. So this lady was very special, and unfortunately the way she was treated, it was not fair. Even if the Prophet had not mentioned all these things about the lady, if the Prophet had not said, whoever annoys her has annoyed me, if she was not the mother of the only grandchildren of the Prophet, if she was not the daughter of Khadija to whom all Muslims were in debt, if she was not the one about whom the Prophet said, Ummu Abiha, the mother of her father, still you would expect that the people who call themselves followers of the Prophet must respect her, must show their love for the Prophet to her as the daughter of the Prophet. But unfortunately, they did. In just a matter of few weeks, those things that the lady herself says, صُبَّتْ عَلَيَّ مَصَائِبُ لَوْ أَنَّهَا صُبَّتْ عَلَى الْأَيَّامِ سِرْنَ لَيَالٍ. If all the tragedies that have befallen on me have occurred for the days, they would have become nights. This is not an exaggeration. How much she suffered that such a young lady, so shortly after the Prophet, without having any sign of weakness or illness in the time of the Prophet, died and passed away. And only Allah knows what was her condition when she departed from this world. Only Allah knows what happened to Imam Ali when he was washing the body of the lady. Only Allah knows what happened to Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein and Lady Zainab in the night in which they went back home with their father without having their mother. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how Ali was suffering in the house, filling the gap of someone like Fatima for his children. Not being able to cry for lady. Not inside house, not outside house. Inside house, the children would be reminded of their mother. Outside house, the enemies of Fatima and Ali would be happy to see that Ali is crying. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to be with Ahlul Bayt in dunya and akhirah. Oh Allah, please increase our understanding and our love for Ahlul Bayt and their causes. Oh Allah, please give us wisdom, please give us light, give us patience, please give us your support and guidance. Oh Allah, please protect our brothers and sisters all over the world, especially our brothers and sisters in Bahrain who are suffering. Please, because of the Lady Fatima, give them peace and security. Oh Allah, please release all the innocent people who are imprisoned. Oh Allah, please heal all ill brothers and sisters that we have in mind. Oh Allah, please honors us by serving our Imam Zaman before and after he comes. Answer his du'as for his Shia. Wa akhiru da'wana an alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.